Voices in the Twilight, the 1907 Kingston Earthquake. My daily routine in Kingston had always been marked by the predictable sounds of bustling carts and lively markets. The Caribbean sun cast its familiar warmth across the cobblestone streets. As an editor, my mornings were filled with the nuances of words and headlines. On this particular day, the air was unusually still, yet I paid it no heed. Life, with its usual humdrum, went on, and my focus was on the ink-stained newspaper pages that recorded the pulse of our city. Looking back, I realize how unremarkably that day began, how ordinary it all seemed, before the might of nature shattered our complacency.
It began with a rumble, deep and unsettling. I paused, pen poised over paper, as ripples of sound rolled beneath my feet. Like distant thunder, yet there was no storm. My office, so familiar, resonated with a peculiar vibration. Around me, colleagues exchanged bewildered glances, their chatter ceasing abruptly. A faint tremor ran through the floor, as if the earth itself had sighed. This first sign of the extraordinary trembled through us, a prelude to chaos. Outside, birds erupted into frenzied flight, a whirlwind of wings against an eerily shifting sky. The still, pregnant pause hung over us, heavy with foreboding. The realization struck like a cold wave as the world around me tilted. I stood, heart pounding, as the solid ground buckled beneath our feet. There was no mistaking it now. An earthquake. Desks slid across the floor, and I heard the unmistakable sound of glass shattering. Panic flared in my chest. Outside, people stumbled into the streets, their faces painted with confusion and fear. The air was thick, as if saturating with anticipation. "It's happening," someone whispered, a tremor of terror in their voice. And in that instant, I knew we were witnesses to something formidable, a seismic wrath unleashed. The ground heaved violently, and I clung to the doorframe as the room swayed. Screams pierced the air, chaos wrapped its tendrils around us. Walls cracked with a sickening roar, giving way to the relentless tremors. Dust billowed, thick and choking, eclipsing the midday sun. In the streets, buildings crumbled like card houses, collapsing under the earth's relentless shake. Fire licked spilt oil, flames curling greedily upwards. The cacophony of destruction was deafening, eyes stung with acrid smoke. Yet I watched, spellbound by nature's fury. Each pulse of the earth a brutal reminder of our fragility. Then it came, the peak of the chaos. The earth convulsed in violent spasms, every nerve in my body trembling with the world's terrifying rhythm. Sooty clouds turned day into night, a dense gloom that swallowed everything. The ground cracked open, splitting life from normalcy. I found myself clutching a stranger, our only anchor in a sea of dread. The air filled with cries of anguish and survival, a chorus of human instinct battling nature's indiscriminate wrath. In that bleak heart of devastation, time stretched, an endless moment where we hovered on the brink of annihilation. As the tremors subsided, we emerged like spectres from the dust, faces etched with the residue of fear and despair. The city was unrecognizable,
its landscape torn and bleeding, but there was a resilient hum, a determination surfacing. People moved through the wreckage, each step a defiance against defeat. I observed the scattered debris, the mangled remnants of homes and lives, and felt a profound ache in my chest. Yet, within this tragedy, there was a stirring solidarity, an unspoken vow to rebuild. We were survivors, witnesses to catastrophe, yet, more importantly, custodians of hope. In the aftermath, as the dust settled, we began the painful task of accounting for the loss. The city bore its scars, each ruin a testament to the fury unleashed upon us. Yet, amid the wreckage, stories of survival unfolded, tales of bravery and community. I documented everything, each account a vital part of our collective memory. Though haunted by echoes of the quake, we looked to each other for strength, forming a mosaic of resilience. Kingston would rise again, a cornerstone laid with determination, a reminder carved from catastrophe that in the face of the unthinkable, we endure.